Welcome to the TPF channel, everybody. Today we're going to install a Window Images 2-inch faux wood cordless blind. We got this from Menards. Laying here on the island, I have all the different parts to show you. A couple of things to know about cordless blinds or any blinds. Some of them can be cut and some of them can't. So some of them have to be ordered a specific size and some of them can be trimmed. This brand at Menards can be trimmed off. So this was actually a 36-inch width and it's going in a 35-inch window. So I had them trim it off. Let's go over the parts. So this is just a decorative valance that goes over the front of this to make it prettier once it's done, just to finish it off. If you're doing a mount on the outside, which would be like above the window, then you have to have these that come back and go around this, so it goes like so. That's what these are for, to make the corner. So you literally just slide those in there like that, and then you would slide that in there and you'll have a corner. We're doing inside the window, so we won't need these today. Let's see here. This is a middle bracket. If you have a really long blind, you should have a middle bracket. They send those with all of them. When it's this short, I don't use a middle bracket. Really don't see the need for it, especially on a window in the kitchen where I'm not going to be raising and closing it very much at all. These little pieces go with these little pieces. If I wanted to pull it down and keep it down so it couldn't go up and down, I would put these on. They have little holes in the back, and then I would fasten these down on the window seal, and those go in the hole and it holds it. You can pull them out and raise it up if you want. I never use those, but some people do. This is your end bracket. So inside, this is labeled left hand and the other one's labeled right hand. I've already put it up there. But basically, you're going to push that in a little and pry that off, open it, so your blind is going to slide in here. So that's going to go inside my window, and then my blind's going to slide in here, and I'm going to close that down on it, and it'll be hung. Then I'll have to put the valiance on. These hold your valiance, so make sure you have the front of it. There's the little spindle to be able to open or turn them, open and close them this way. So that's my front. So I want to put these in spots in here so you can see the little gears. I don't want to have this hitting the gear, so I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to put the other one over here, say about here. You just push them on, they snap on. Now once I get this hung, you want to do that before it's hung, because since I'm doing an inside window, you won't be able to get to that after I do it. And this will snap on once I'm done. And then this is just your little twisty bar to be able to open and close them. We put that on when we're done too. They send screws for these. The screws are normally very, very cheap. I don't like them at all. I usually just use some long drywall screws to do this. So now, let's actually get to the project. We've adjusted this around so you can see I've already hung one bracket, the one labeled right hand, and you can see this lifts up, so I can slide the blind in there, and then I'll clamp that down. That'll hold it in place. Next thing we're going to do is do it on the left hand side. I just use two little drywall screws. This inside of your windows, you should have a header. So under here is just a 2x4 wrapped with drywall. So there's about a 1/2 inch of drywall under it and around this corner. So if you get too close to the corner, you're going to go out the drywall. You want to be back far enough that you catch the wood. I'm also going to use my impact driver to be able to do this. If you don't have an impact driver, you should definitely use a drill and pre-drill your holes. The impact driver will zip these screws right in, so I'm not worried about it. And you can also tell that these aren't like perfect square or anything like that. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's going to be covered by the decorative piece. Just needs to be functional. So now we'll do this other side. But if you're going to use an impact driver or a drill, you have to be very careful of that. You can scuff the paint easily. So if I hold my drill like this, or my impact driver, I'm less likely to hit the drywall. So now that I have the drywall screw started, there you go. So that one might be back just a hair further than the other one. So I might have to move that a little. You should probably use a spacer or something so you get them the exact same distance. I just tend to eyeball things. But I know I need to move this forward about 1/4 of an inch. There we go.
Nice.
That's pretty close to the other one.
Looks good.
So now I'll do the same thing with this one. So now you're just going to bend these down. Hopefully, can you see it on the camera, Bubba?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So there's a little slat right there and a little lip right there. Just going to bend those down and clip them in.
That one's easy.
And you can see what I was talking about here. I can't get those on after I've put this in. So I'd have to take it out and put those on. So that's why you want to put it in first. Some of these blinds, you have to look at the ears inside before you hang them, because they'll have a piece of plastic or something that says remove before hanging. These do not, so they should just pull down. There you go.